It's hard when you've tried harder only to get a bad result. It's similar to a sport where the person that should be winning is being undermined by bad refereeing. Calls that should have been different to where they ended up. Whoops, we've just hurt the ankle. That should have been different, weren't. And this slowly but surely sabotaged the relationship. In the case, well, the game, the sport, in the case of a relationship, it's decision making or negligences thereof to bring improvement that matter. These are the things that undermine relationships. And consequentially, we wonder why we have had so many partners. In my case, I've had 2 marriages. Outside of that, many partners that have either discarded me or I've discarded them for one or another reason. And we have to mature. You've only got a certain amount of time and your life could get cut short, and you have to mature fast. Now, many of these women that I've met have committed themselves to people that suited their lifestyle. And what I mean by that is they may have liked smoking dope, so they met a drunkard, and the drunkard catered to their lifestyle, whereas I personally wouldn't tolerate that, because I've had these people and they really are unable to regulate themselves fairly. Drugs and alcohol and chemicals and all these other things, they really are, you're competing with another person in a way, because they take away time, they take away the mind, everything becomes absent. If the mind becomes absent, that person can be with you, but they're absent. And a lot of these people run on their egocentric view of themselves, their idealization of themselves, thinking in their mind that you're perceiving them the way they do, so they can't lose, you ain't going anywhere. And then when you do, and their fantasy collapses, Disneyland falls down, it causes a tremendous trauma, because their idealization of themselves has betrayed itself, and they've lost the relationship. Another case is they choose wrongly in trying to accommodate a relationship that's built around addiction, substances, chemicals and things like that. They'll get a fair run out of somebody that wants to develop themselves, and then all of a sudden things will go awry because nothing's being resolved. Again, you see the absence of resolve overtaking the possibilities of something grand. And a lot of these people end up with nothing. The drugs and things eat away at everything, financial and their life, and they end up with nothing, and then they get old, and then they have to run on hyper emotional connections. Hyper Come on, mate, this way, please. Hyper intimate. Here, please, come on. Connections. Now we've got a big Alsatian over there. I'm not sure how he's going to go with this little dog, but he's a big dog. Here, please. And so we come back to people that are running their life and trying to find people that will go along with their life, chemically induced and substance abuse and enmeshed and with family members and emotions and intimacy running all over the place. And they're not able to give into the relationship a wholehearted, full effort. Let's go, please, quick. Now, it might sound like rambling, but it's very, very simple when you think about it. When we become intimately, come on, don't you dare. Hang on, I got to deal with this. Here, don't, come on, quick. Get up. Don't. Come on. This way, please. Quick. Come on. Hank. Sometimes we just choose wrong. That doesn't mean these people are bad. It just means that their lifestyle is different. Somehow or other we become intimately engaged. Hank, get up. Intimately engaged with that person. And this builds a connection that we want to try and build, but we're trying to build something out of the wrong materials. And a lot of what comes out of these connections, these blends, these ingredients, doesn't manifest, unfortunately, as quick as what we would like. And so we end up thinking that everything's going to be all right. And then as it develops, it starts to become spastic, as it were. It starts to become dysfunctional. Things just aren't connecting the way that is going to benefit yourself or the other person, because if there's conflicts of lifestyle, that's going to matter on both sides. If you have met somebody and now they've come out of the closet and they're on drugs and alcohol, over medicating and chemicaling themselves, and they've got all these self-grandiose excuses and things like this, their children are addicts, and you can see death floating around and demons and all the rest of it. You get a sense that something just isn't right. Walk away. Take it from an old fool. I have put years into these people, only to be disappointed by the end result. Were they bad people? No. But they weren't whole. And that takes a toll on your effort. So don't be frightened to disconnect and say, look, I think we've both made a mistake here. This isn't doing my mind very well. I thank you for your effort, or you just might be angry, they've just pushed and lied and deceived and cheated. You get a lot of these ones. Walk away, leave those people alone. Just leave them alone to get on with their life. You go and get on with your life, get your life back on track. Understand that not everyone's the same, and some people are just not going to gel with you. And pray to God that you find the right person down the track for your life.